He just whipped it on goal. Matt Barzal takes the puck, and Matthew Schaefer is on the ice for the New York Islanders. Palmieri's shot produced a rebound and juggled back just past the net.
Well, it hasn't been easy for Tristan Jarry. You can see the Islanders just throwing everything on him early. I think that's got to be the game plan for a guy that's trying to find his game in Jarry.
This one taken and flipped over the head of Schaefer. Mayfield back to take it for the Islanders, and he keeps it away from Connor Dewar. And the on Tuesday as Crosby leads up 6-on-5 in the Penguins' favor here on the delayed call as Crosby swings it around the back of the net. And on the boards by Kovinen. Letang now works it out. Here's Letang. He'll wait with it. Looking for a pass. Got that one all the way through. Caleb Jones to Malkin. And then down towards Kovinen. Across the ice, Mayfield would.
Yeah, but you're right, Brendan. That's less of a structure and more of just a quick play by the Penguins and a little bit of a lucky bounce.
Penguins come in and fire it around the net just out of the reach of Schaefer. Schaefer swats it away from Nola. Jarry held in at the line. That one skipped at the last moment and taken off the left leg pad by Sorokin. Sidney Crosby
early on isn't quite there. Well, Pittsburgh's got that out of their system for the Islanders. Got to be extremely focused to start on time and make sure you're really crisp with your execution as you head up the ice. And they've actually been pretty good for their first game.
Anders Lee having to work hard to keep that puck away from a couple of Penguins. Blake Lizotte had it. His pass, though, lost. And eventually it finds its way back to Ryan Shea in the neutral zone. Schaefer with a nice play to stand him up with the blue line. Matt Barzal will take over from here. Matt Barzal's first NHL game action, 250 days. Dances himself free, sets it up for Scott Mayfield from the dot with a shot and kicked away by Jarry.
Puck coming right off the goaltender. And how about Schaefer? He's on his offside. He's on the right side. Mayfield actually wanted to switch, but that's the thing that he does so well. He's always going towards the puck. He wants it. Or is this a group that, for the New York Islanders, is going to stay out close to 2 minutes? 40 seconds left on that kill. Everyone hops over Matthew Schaefer's first look at being on a power play in the NHL. He's got to catch up here.
Duclair gave it away, and a chance for Pittsburgh shorthanded. And Philip Hollander has run off the puck. 20 seconds left. Shabanov will skate it. The drop option would be Schaefer, but Shabanov gets the entry. But Palmieri, who has 4 shots of the Islanders' 8 already in the game, feeds this one out high. Schaefer with a shimmy and a shot that winds up.
I tell you, makes things a lot more simple as you get going and get rid of those early jitters.
Mayfield's role is more important than just the minutes he's logging on the ice this season. Patrick Law saying this morning he wants to be that big brother type for him. As Horvat put up 56 points, scored 19 goals, and he's one of those players, not to take anything away from the player that he is, Thomas, is one of those players that can play with elite players.
Yeah.
As Schaefer just showed off the wheels there on a rush up the ice. Drouin snaps it over towards Matthew Schaefer. Schaefer the look. Drouin scores! Schaefer will get his first point in his first game as Jonathan Drouin, his first as an Islander, ties it here in the first.
Schaefer's the one that brought this thing all the way up the ice, and eventually the Islanders, as it got going, he settles back in and watch him retreat in the middle of the ice. And then a lot of defensemen, you're seeing it now. Lane Hudson does it all the time. Find yourself on the half wall. Well, what does it do to the other team? As Jonathan Drouin, congratulations on his first goal as an Islander. He doesn't get everything on it, but it creates confusion and opens up some lanes and some gaps, and Drouin finds that perfectly. What a start for the first 2 Islanders. And how about that excitement?
Penguins converge on it, and Blake Lizotte. Former LA King gets wrapped up there by Scott Mayfield. Pulled around the boards. Parker Wotherspoon, former Islander, plays it down low. Wotherspoon finds himself on the top pair with Erik Karlsson. A lot of minutes on Tuesday night against the Rangers.
Yeah, over 23 led the team. Good to see old Islander Parker Wotherspoon fitting in well with his new team.
Jarry on the rim around. Wotherspoon pulls it off the wall. Karlsson, he can dance. Barzal will stay with him. Karlsson on the exchange. Able to hand that one off, and a sneaky little shot from the wall by Connor Dewar. Stopped by Sorokin. Flip to center. Come the Penguins in. Rickard Rakell in the slot. Shot it just wide on the stick side of Sorokin. Duclair comes to get it, but it's Rakell instead. And golfed off to the corner. And Matthew Schaefer will pick it up from there. Penguins in a change will give him some space to stretch the legs. Schaefer dishes, but he'll join the rush and get it right back. Schaefer trying to dance his way right down the middle, and he got turned around. Now he's got to hustle back. That's carried in by Tommy Novak. Ben Kindle reaching for it. Carlson opens up with a shot. That one blocked by Pajot. Picked up again. Allender put it behind the net. On the rotation. Erik Karlsson with space. Shabunov trying to get in the lane. It's juggled by Sorokin. Pass to Horvat. Just got away from him. Harrison Brunick. This one gloved upon entry as Connor Dewar unable to get it deep. Schaefer gloved it down. It's Dewar again. The handoff. Brunick with a shot off the cuff of the glove of Sorokin. Pretty good release from the 19-year-old Brunick. Himself on an NHL roster to break camp with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Well, quite an opportunity in Pittsburgh on the left side. We mentioned Wotherspoon. Shea's back, but outside of that, you got Jones, and it looks like a completely different decor outside of Big Karlsson and Chris Letang, the top guys there. Room for opportunity and to gain a job. Something to watch for as this game goes on with the youth and maybe inexperience of the Pittsburgh blue line.
Jones across, and it's Brunick. Turned around by Ryan Pulock. The handoff for Evgeny Malkin. Ryan Pulock canceled him out. Brazeau came to get it. Brazeau's pass in between a couple.
Letang has a way of playing this unique style. Sometimes it's skirting the rules a little bit. Look out.
Mayfield with the breakup. Otherwise, there were two Penguins down low. Barzal on the counterattack. He got it through for Palmieri, and he scores! Missing from the Penguin bench. Siplikov just launches this one down the ice with enough soft touch to negate an icing. Brunick steered it around. Siplikov was there for it. The shot from Schaefer was blocked. And Schaefer hustling back on Hallander. The drop pass though for Brunick. He scores!
So much more difficult to kill than a 5-on-4.
They almost at least got it to 5-on-4. That didn't happen though. Just a couple of seconds before the penalties had expired. Now they're back at 5 aside. As Crosby from Malkin does something. He's catching someone. He's adding to a list with a point or a goal, and exactly what he's done here. 626th goal for Crosby. Passes Sakic and Iginla for 16th all time. It's also now 45 points away from Mario for 8th all time on the points list.
He's in good company.
Sorokin will leave this one off behind the net. Matthew Schaefer. A long bank pass on for Siplikov. Schaefer. And that puck taken away by Novak. Duclair this season will have to improve on his faceoffs, and he wins this one cleanly back to Schaefer. That shot ricocheted. Save made. Lee trying to jam home the rebound. It's sealed off by Tristan Jarry. Mayfield across for Schaefer as he was challenged by Dewar. Put it behind the net for Lee. Try the top once more. Coming to Lee. Lifts the stick of Karlsson. Trying to get away. Lee. Schaefer able to grab it. Just bouncing puck. Dewar met there by Barzal. Lee, 58 seconds. The first two power plays combined for Pittsburgh. They scored twice in just 38 seconds. 4 minutes to go in the period. Schaefer playing defense, but this is Caleb Jones. Shot blocked into the skates of Barzal. Schaefer on his offside just goes off the wall. Jones stripped by Anders Lee. Nice play by the Islander captain. He and Lazat both go down. Barzal. Face-off win. Schaefer controls, and he will use his partner Mayfield. Shabunov across for Pajot. Pajot to Holmstrom, and that pass was too hot to handle. Mayfield got a body on Malkin. Put him right into the linesman. Holmstrom with a fight through some stick work. Weaves around Mantha. They score! Matt Shabunov! For Evgeny Malkin. Malkin for Karlsson. Karlsson. Wotherspoon. That shot blocked down in front. Brazeau tied up. Puck battled for, and Schaefer won the battle. Got it ahead for Barzal, and Schaefer's hustling down the ice. Barzal. Schaefer wanted it, and Wotherspoon got a piece of it.
We're going to find Matthew Schaefer, so we're going to keep our eye on him. And as this play goes up the ice, you'll see him come back to the front of the net. He's going to break this up and watch right away. Most defensemen, you're watching the play progress for him. He just sees ice, and he completely takes off. Nice job by Wotherspoon on the back. When the game's tied in the third period, that's when you expect him to be at his best. A couple big ones there.
Schaefer and D'Angelo playing together here on this shift off the penalty kill.
And I'm not surprised to see that it's with Matt Barzal, right? There's opportunities, and I think we're going to see 48 and 13 together so much more. But for Patrick Waugh, I think that's a group that he's going to make sure that his youngster Schaefer is insulated with the skill of Matt Barzal, and another guy in D'Angelo can sling it around.
Max Shabanov getting a shift with Lee and Barzal here as well, as D'Angelo feeds it across for Schaefer. Schaefer makes the safe play. Get it in deep. That pass came right to Shabanov. Couldn't get the shot off. Now it's Barzal in the high slot. He'll leave it behind for Shabanov. Schaefer, wrister off of Lee into the corner. Barzal picks it up off the wall. Protecting, tried to drive to the middle of the ice. Then Kindle gave it up to Matthew Schaefer. Schaefer able to adjust in stride, hurry this puck on for Barzal, and they cross the line together. Matthew Schaefer, shot save made by Jarry. Chases after the loose puck, and Schaefer will get back defensively as well, as the two teenagers for the Penguins are on the ice.
Brendan, you feel the pace picking up a little bit right now, right? We talked about the Islanders being their first game, but all of a sudden you get into the flow, you get into the rhythm, and I think the speed on the ice has picked up, especially scoring chances seem to be coming more and more.
Malkin keeps it in. Brazeau's at the side of the net, and they come to him. Pass, Malkin behind his back. Bruning. That one, two Islanders came to him, were able to block the lane. Schaefer hustling back to protect this puck. He's got Novak all over him. Novak ran him off the puck. It's Kindle. He'll play it to the line. Wotherspoon, his shot sails past the glove hand of Sorokin in the net too. Kindle, he hasn't looked out of place here in his second NHL game. Koivunen to the top. Wotherspoon will play it around. Still an audition process for Ben Kindle. He'll still be sent back to junior hockey. And so could Schaefer for that matter, but there's a couple of injured Penguins that he turned and took that one head on because it looked like he was committed to the hit before the turn. This puck rolling towards the goaltender Sorokin, but cleaned up by Mayfield. Palmieri after it, just can't reach it. It's Caleb Jones with a tight turn. Malkin, the bank pass, got it around Mayfield. Brazeau scores!
Matthew Schaefer out here with 1:26 left.
And so is everybody else. I mean, this is a 3-minute shift for both Drouin and Horvat. As the puck comes around the boards, a fresh-legged Matthew Schaefer, just 18 years old at his NHL debut, on the ice as the Islanders push for the equalizer. And here he is. He'll dump it around. Tristan Jarry stops him. This one played up the wall. Drouin got his skates there. 6-on-5. Here's Horvat and sliding off.
Big win.
They win the faceoff again. They get set up. Barzal in the slot finds Matthew Schaefer. The shot deflected down. Islanders scramble and get it again. Comes out for Schaefer. 45 seconds on the clock. Barzal the drop. Schaefer collects. Moves it down. The pass was there for Horvat. It went through his legs. They send it to Drouin. Drouin to Schaefer. Straight away. Wrister. That one was blocked by Connor Dewar. Forced down the boards. 30 seconds remaining. Palmieri keeps it alive. It's Drouin. It's Horvat. Juggles. Can't get it off his stick. Schaefer to Barzal. Right back to Schaefer. Now it's Horvat. Schaefer loads it, wrists it, save, rebound, tapped off Jarry, rolling towards the goal line.